for you, like, and then go with your strengths rather than keep finding other weaknesses.
We apply this in our company as well. Every employee, they must enjoy what they do. And if they're not enjoying it, we need to take the action and put them in practice.
I've run 5 companies, 2 of them are on IPO. And as an entrepreneur, it's a very simple motto. Intern inside, be paranoid inside, and show no fear outside.
And my brother told me, like, do something in computer.
Hey, I'm Heath Sheth, and I attended today's Mentor Connect session, and I really liked connecting with the small group and taking advice and mentorship from the people here. Thank you.
Fantastic.
My name is Anil Jeswani. I attended the Mentor Connect session at TiEcon today with Manishi, and it was very useful for me. I had specific questions like how to form a company, how to break up the equity with the co-founder, things like that. And he was very nice to help me with those questions. Plus, he gave me some pointers about how to work between companies, between continents.
Fantastic.
So it's very helpful
Awesome.
to me.
Thank you, Anil.
Thank you.
Lovely meeting you.
We've assembled an all-star management team from tech, product, sales, and general management.
I think we have what I consider an incredible panel here.
Your team to join you. That is not easy because you have to find good people who kind of believe in your crazy idea, and that is most of us, and our minds are shaped by our experiences that we can see around in our community.
A quick promise for me and BV.
Absolutely, you come to Bangalore, you'll get everything. We'll give you an office space where you can quietly sit and complete your book with much lower cost.
Cool, right?
How did you... now, the counter perspective is what about the fact that we produced as human beings the knowledge, and why are we paying for it?
40 years of computer science is thrown out of the window, right? We still do a lot of innovation in CS. Asif, can you add a few more aspects or colors to this?
Yes. Today, if you look at the zeitgeist,
Texas Instruments was one of the very first companies to set up their outsourcing shop out of Bangalore, which is not that easy at that time because there was no internet, communication was bad. Yet, because the talent was available, they were the first ones to start the trend. And continuously, Bangalore has grown. Every time I go, the mindset of the people, which used to be like 10, 15 years ago to do services sort of companies, has completely shifted into product-centric. And there's a lot of innovation and entrepreneurs who are looking at really cutting-edge kind of technologies. And thanks to institutes like University of Science, which is also bringing out, in fact, we have one of the companies here, Astro, where the technology basically came out of University of Science. There's lots of such technologies that have come out of University of Science, and where they have now put in a person to bring that technology into the real world, right, by assembling the ecosystem of what a typical entrepreneur is. So clearly, I think Bangalore, Karnataka, through policies and the work.
Other barrel is Sanjeev. It's been, visit has been excellent. So this is B.B. Naidu. I've been with the IT industry for last 35 years. Since 91, I helped this industry to grow what it is right now. And I became an entrepreneur in 2007. I call myself a related entrepreneur. And for my living, I run a fund called Startup Exceed along with Ravi. And Ravi will tell a little more on this fund.
Yeah, right now we are raising a $50 million fund. Looking forward to collaborating with them.
Hollywood Science and studying neuroscience.
7 years I've been working now it's an IT, and then I moved to...
As a seller, how do you stand out against that crowd? And outbound is pretty low response rates. And so the way that we're solving that today is we're personalizing the outbound for each specific...
In physical form.
And what's the best part about this, other than meeting people in person? Is it the Gen AI or is it...
Finish the taking picture, we can talk.
She's recording the video.
I'm doing video.
Oh, she's
okay.
doing a video.
Mentor, she's an author, right? So
How do you know?
I read it. It's right there.
Okay, alright. Survey is always. How are you feeling?
Okay, so it's wonderful that people are back together because they have been wanting to physically meet. So there is certain amount you can do extremely well on virtual, TiEcon, which is what we had to do during pandemic. But there is the element of physically meeting, in exchanging ideas that you cannot do using virtual. And so when I go asking, how things are, people say, oh, it's so wonderful to meet old people, we have new people physically.
Fantastic.
So that part cannot be replaced without. And then what happens, because Silicon Valley has been doing this many times, and of course Silicon Valley is because what it is, people like to come and congregate.
Yeah.
So it's now the size of this particular attendance is less than what we had before.
But it's just warming up. It's warming
No,
up.
so what happens is people don't have it on calendar that we're going to physically go, and then in fact you would get questions. You mean it is not going to be virtual this time? So then it's kind of after 3 years of gap, we are into the rev up mode. So next year it will be more. But even now, those who have come, I think they're very happy.
Fantastic. Yeah. What do you guys do at Subtle AI?
So we started Subtle.ai to unlock knowledge that businesses inherently have to make sure that they can do their processes faster, right? Whether it's like customer support or sales or even branch operations. We realized that with the tool, we can reduce the time taken to access information by 90%. And the indirect impact of that is the pace of processes getting completed comes down by about 40%. And the need to escalate information internally comes down by 70%.
Fantastic.
Because you don't have to ask anyone questions anymore. You can find it by yourself with the help of the AI. Right?
It's
So
a
that's
great
little bit
use
about it.
case. Your name and where you come from?
So my name's Vishnu. I was born in Mount View, California, but then I'm from Hyderabad. I grew up over there.
Awesome.
And now
And you're here for an immersion program.
Yeah, I'm here after 23 years now to sell the startup's product over here and then also be part of Academics. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perimeters or security perimeters of the companies is that in the last 10 years, a lot of these companies have invested in actually gathering the data, capturing the data, creating some, a lot of investment has gone.
As vendors to make illicit use of corporate data for their own benefit because they know that that damages the vendor relationship with their customers, and the customers there's going to be a benefit to you to giving access to these.
I'm here with the designer of Kannada keyboard. It's a Devanagari script keyboard. The founder will do his pitch. Let's take a look at his keyboard.
Go to market. So right now we are going through schools and non-profits because the government of India has made national education policy compulsory now.
That's good,
Up
right?
to 5th standard, they have to teach mother tongue. So this is the only device that exists. We are connected with small Linux boxes and we are put in a lot of schools. We put content also. So when they go to a lab, they know what to do now. Because nothing existed. The ecosystem didn't exist. That's why it took me a lot of time, in addition to making the hardware in India, to build that ecosystem. So now someone knows from 5th standard to 12th, they know what to do in a language lab. And they can learn English as well. So English is there.
How many customers do you have?
So we have put in about 100 schools.
Not bad.
100 schools in India.
How many
translations also? Translation is possible. Now translation is direct, but translation you can connect to any translation engine and just you can type in what it translates and you can correct. So we have decoded a lot of manuscripts, ancient manuscripts. So both young and old are able to use it. And it's about 33% faster.
Right.
People's memory has increased a lot now. Children are a lot more confident in typing. In future, we want to put a sound chip. Because of this logic of the Swaran engine, we are able to do analog like the human brain, and that we want to put it in a chip right here, rather than going to the cloud to do your speech to text. So it will be a multimodal input going forward.
Nice. So stop negative self-talk, and because you're always going to be better than what you are, whatever positive or negative things that happen in your life, failure is also just a small, small stroke in the painting. So failure is also a stroke, success is also a stroke. So just accept it. You're always a piece which is in the works. You're in the works. So everything's fine. So yeah, that's my very big and small motto. Thank you.